going on, guys? We're back live again on another lazy Sunday, which I thought we'd be talking about Star Wars aliens. Which are your favorite aliens in the Star Wars galaxy? Which are like the scariest that you can think of? Which are like the most goofiest? Because there are a lot of different aliens in the Star Wars galaxy, and I'm sure we all have our own that we all enjoy to see, especially like to see in different types of Star Wars content, media. I know for sure, like in the sequel trilogy, a lot of people were not too happy that their beloved aliens from the original or the prequel trilogies didn't appear as much. So yeah, figured we'd talk about aliens today. So that would be like a interesting topic to go over, and I'd like to hear what everyone's favorite alien is and like why. Like, you know, I see some people posting some like names of alien species and all of that, but like what type of alien species, like why do you exactly like them? What's your reason for liking them? And no Imperials here because the Empire is xenophobic, so they're obviously going to say like, oh, aliens suck, why are we talking about them? So yeah, this is not going to be a very Imperial type of chat here. I'm gonna give my favorite type of aliens first. I have like about 3 that I really like, and just curious to see if you guys really know all of these off by heart. So the first one is a given. Does anyone know what a given is? Givens are they're very unusual looking aliens in the Star Wars galaxy. I'll give you a hint. They showed up in A New Hope. That's their first appearance. Oh, Parker, you know what a given is? Okay, awesome. All right. I find that most Star Wars fans don't know exactly what a given is, since they don't make that many appearances. Oh, Huzinio. Oh, I don't know. Depends. I don't know. Like if you find them, I'll show a picture of them afterwards, and if you find them attractive, then that's your prerogative. But no, they're not the Cantina band. No, that's not a given. My second favorite alien species are Sarkans. Does that ring a bell to anybody? A Sarkin. Well, they're very close. They're very close to the Chistori alien species in Legends, which, if anyone knows, yeah, what are Sarkans? I'm gonna show pictures soon. I just want to see who knows off the top of their head what are these alien species. I'm sure once you see the picture, you're gonna be like, oh, so that's what it was. But yeah, like just want to try this out first. But yeah, Sarkans are very similar to Chistoris. I remember as a kid, I used to think that the Sarkin in A New Hope was actually a Chistori, and only later I found out that it's not. But it's yeah, they're separate. I liked the Chistori species and Legends, but then unfortunately they're not canonized. So of course for me the Sarkans like the next best thing to a Chistori. So. And last but not least, Clone Wars fans should know this one. The Karkadon. Does anyone know what a Karkadon is? So there was one very famous separatist, I guess you can say famous separatist commander who was Karkarodon, and yeah, the sharks, exactly, yeah. So it's a shame we didn't get to see like enough of them, but I don't know. They're just something like pretty like cool about them, because you got like, you know, the Mon Calamari, which they look all right, but like the Carcharodons are like, you know, they're sharks. They're shark people. They're just something, I don't know, something that I like about that. Like, they're like, to meet a Carcharodon in the Star Wars galaxy, especially you're swimming and like you see a bunch of Carcharodons, that'd be pretty like, I don't know, scary. Like, imagine, like, these are shark people, and people are afraid of sharks in the wild, like, you know, sharks to animals. These are like shark people. That's even scarier. Yeah, Rift Hampson, exactly. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pop my web browser here, and I'm gonna show you the pictures because I don't think everybody knows. I'm gonna show a picture of a Gevin because not everyone here knows what a Gevin is. So, okay, I gotta just update my web browser because there's a random update that just showed up. Okay, alright. Let's go to Google Images right here. Alright. Okay, feast your eyes on this. You guys remember these guys? These are Givens. Showed up in like Mos Eisley in the cantina, but they're not the band. They're not the band guy. They're not the band players. Yeah, it's like a skeleton-like appearance, but it's like, it's so unique. I don't know, it's just really unique. And I can kind of imagine like a real alien species out there in real life, maybe looking somewhat like this. That's why I really like these guys. They're just unique. And I'm gonna show you guys a Sarkin as well. So here we go. These are Sarkins as well from the cantina, which, you know, they're pretty big. They're pretty big boys. But they're like the closest thing that I can think of to a Chistori in Star Wars canon. So you get a bigger picture. It's pretty small. Wow, so that's really small pictures. Yeah, this one is big enough. This is that's how he looks like. But yeah, they're like, if anyone knows what a Chistori is, that's pretty much the San from Jedi Outcast game. He was a Chistori. So just to show you guys right here, it's kind of like weird looking. Yeah, so, you know, this was like my favorite Star Wars species, like in Legends. way back in the day. I just really liked the idea of like a dinosaur like alien race, which was pretty sweet. So it just sucks that stories haven't been canonized yet. Like, they're not canon right as of right now, but doesn't mean they can't be sometime in the near future or whatever. So, and the sun was always like a pretty like unique looking dark side force user. Well, in Legends they were called Dark Jedi, but in canon that's not really a thing anymore. Which, yeah, I never was a fan of calling them Dark Jedi anyway, but that's me. Well, what about you guys? What are your like favorite? Yeah, like looks like a smoking lizard. That's what Sarkin pretty much Melis from the Cantina was basically a smoking lizard. So I see a lot of like Twi'leks fans around here in the chat. Like, favorite is Twi'lek, and that's like another thing too. Like, what's the most preferred pronunciation of like Twi'lek? Is it Twi'lek or Twi'lek? It's kind of like, how do you pronounce like the proper pronunciation of like an AT-AT? Is it AT-AT, like AT-ST, or AT-AT? Which, like, in Star Wars and canon, both are acceptable, but like the more proper official term is AT-AT. So I'm not really sure on like Twi'leks. Oh, so okay, so Twi'lek. Yeah, I heard people like pronounce them as Twi'leks before, so I'm not sure. I personally just say Twi'leks, but if you could have a friend, it would be a Wookiee or an Ewok. Why? Why, Maddie? Why a Wookiee or an Ewok? Well, I guess a Wookiee because they're big and furry and like you can get a nice like hug out of them, and an Ewok because a cute little teddy bear, I suppose. Well, a man-eating teddy bear, which would be which if you're friends with it, then you don't have to worry about it eating you. AT-AT sounds weird. Yeah, it does. But the thing is, the word AT-AT, well, the pronunciation came from like back in the like early 80s, from like the toy commercials and all the like the older original trilogy fans who grew up during that time. They saw the commercials for it and they just started calling it AT-ATs because, you know, you never hear the like, you know, them say AT-AT in Empire Strikes Back, so everyone just got their pronunciation from a toy commercial, and it's been like that ever since. So, and then like Lucasfilm pretty much made both AT-AT, AT-AT, both pronunciations acceptable in canon. So George Lucas said once that this weird AT-AT is the right... Oh, maybe. But then again, George Lucas also called lightsabers like laser swords too, like behind the scenes and all that. So, you know, doesn't mean it's the proper way of saying it. But yeah, George, it's George. Wookiees are loyal and caring and protective. Yeah, totally. But what about Ewoks? Lasats are cool. Yeah, 100%. Lasats were, you know, like Chewie was originally supposed to be a Lasat. Or that's what a Wookiee was supposed to look like originally, like a Lasat. I don't think Lasets had their name back then. That's just what Wookiees were supposed to look like. And then after that design, like the Laset design, was repurposed for Star Wars Rebels, for the Lasat race there, and given a name. Night Sisters with their magic. Well, Night Sisters aren't really an alien species. They're like a group. Like they're technically Zabrak females, but not really. They're well, Dathomirian. It should be more clear. They're Dathomirian Zabrak females. They're like a mixture. It's like weird. Like they're not fully like Zabrak. They're a mixture of like human and Zabrak, and they mate with the Dathomirian Zabraks. So yeah. Rebels used, yeah, that was the thing of Rebels. They used a lot of, like, Ralph McQuarrie's concept art for, like, just for all these different ship designs, alien designs, like, even the lightsaber designs were based off of the concept art, the really thin-looking lightsabers and all of that. You know, so much of that show was inspired by just the concept art, which... you know, it was cool. It was definitely a cool idea, but I think Rebels kind of went a little too far with the concept art. Just using, like, almost everything from the concept art, that it seems a little bit strange that, you know, especially going from Clone Wars to Rebels, and then just, like, this really drastic, art style change and everything, and then, you know, you go to the Rogue One and the original trilogy. But yeah, my biggest issue with Rebels is the really thin lightsabers. I'm not really a big fan of that, but, you know, to each their own. Cool. Injustice, glad you like the videos. I'm surprised you're from Germany and you watch my videos. I think I saw like a couple of, like, just randomly German Star Wars YouTubers who were making, like, Battlefront videos, so I'm surprised to hear that there's someone from Germany who decided, instead of watching, you know, German Battlefront YouTubers, he'd watch, like, someone from Canada making videos about Battlefront. But yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you don't like the Rebel, Morgan, you don't like the Rebel art style either. The locations were cool. Yeah, that I did not have a problem with, but the actual art style with the lightsabers... Oh, Captain Vaughn, you don't like the alien... You don't like any alien species in Star Wars? Really? Oh, wow. There's no alien species in Star Wars that you enjoy, like, at least a little bit, or you get happy when you do see them in some type of, like, Star Wars media. Oh, Owen's Bricks, you like Trandoshians. You know, that's actually interesting. What do you think about Saurans? I think that's what they're called, Saurans. I'm gonna show you. So that's like an interesting alien species in Star Wars. So these guys right here, I remember back as a kid, I used to think these were Trandoshians, but Saurans are actually their own separate race. You know, they look like so close to what a Trandoshan looks like. Of course, smaller, the hands, like the hands are a bit different. Like they got like, you know, more fingers, and their jawline is a bit more forward, longer, but you know, really, really close and similar to Trandoshan. Like I used to think as a kid, these were Trandoshans. Like the first appearance of a Trandoshan in Star Wars, and then only afterwards, you know, would find out that, oh wait, these guys are not actually Trandoshans, even though they're like, at a first glance, you'd think they were. But it's just interesting to see that, you know, Lucasfilm, or be it George, decided to, you know, not make these guys a separate alien species, rather than just decide that, oh, they're just like Trandoshans, just look a little different. They're like from like a subspecies, I suppose. But yeah, so like this website calls them, wait, is this an official? Oh no, just a forum. Okay. I thought it was an official website. Who's like the Old Republic game is like, these guys are actually Trandoshans. Like, I don't know about that. But yeah, that's something interesting. Thrawn in season 2, yeah. Hear that a lot. I'm sure everyone would want to see that, but only if, like, they've got to find Ezra first. If they find Ezra, then they're gonna, like, you know, obviously know where Thrawn is, because Thrawn is with Ezra. So if Ezra shows up, then Thrawn's gonna show up. Oh, the German Battlefront news videos are really bad and mostly for kids. Okay, I don't know. I don't speak German, so I had no idea. But then to be fair, I do remember getting comments from some people being like, "Oh, why are you speaking to me like a child in this video?" or something like that. So I don't know. Yeah, so Morgan, your least favorite part of Rebels lightsaber 2. Zabraks, yeah, in terms of design, but which Zabraks? Like the Iridonian Zabraks or the Dathomirian Zabraks? Because remember, Iridonian Zabraks are a lot, they look more like human-like in terms of, like, you know, skin and complexion and all of that. They don't have like the fancy smancy tattoos on their skin. They're not like red or yellow, so don't like the stormtrooper helmets in Rebels. Yeah, not a fan of that too. That was too kiddie. The best alien is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is too much legendary and OP for a human. I don't know if he's OP. I mean, he would get his butt kicked by Palpatine. Let's be honest. And he got pretty lucky with Anakin because he had the high ground. So, had Anakin had the high ground, you know, wouldn't maybe the battle would have ended differently. Oh, the Yuuzhan Vong Fenrir peppers. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Yuuzhan Vong. Unfortunately, they're not canon, and we have the Grisk in canon instead of the Yuuzhan Vong, but we don't really know what the Grisk look like. Well, there's like a couple descriptions here or there, but there's like we haven't seen any like confirmed canon visual of the Grisk. So I like to say I like the Grisk, but I don't know exactly how they look like. So it's gonna be maybe a little while until we see an actual image of what the Grisk really look like before I'm gonna make a decision like that. Elijah says, whatever species Babu Frick is. Ah, yeah, that is a good idea. What is Babu Frick? What's his species? Obviously a species made just for Rise Skywalker. Okay, an Anzelin. Okay, yeah. And Anzelin, yep, the only appearance is in the Rise of Skywalker, and as well in the Poe Dameron, but don't believe there's any other Anzelin that's shown up in Star Wars media other than Babu Frick. Would be interesting to see their home planet and just how they live and all of that, you know? Morgan Silk. So you find the Geonosians fascinating. You love their dialogue, specifically Poggle the Lesser when he gives that speech in the arena. Yeah, that's one thing that really makes the Geonosians like a unique alien species in Star Wars, because they're one of the few aliens that, you know, don't speak basic, you know, English. They have their own language, and the way they speak is very unique as well. Because when you think about it, we see a lot of aliens that speak basic, and there's not that many that speak their own tongue. Like, of course, there's Jabba the Hutt, who speaks Huttese, but all the other Hutts that we see in like in the Clone Wars, they speak basic. There's Greedo, but he's the only one who speaks in his language. Rodane, all the other Rodanes we see in Clone Wars speak in basic. Yeah, like Geonosians are like the only ones I can think of that pretty much every single Geonosian that we see speaks only in Geonosian, so for sure. I mean, I guess Gamorrean guards, like the Gamorreans, but we'll see how they're gonna speak in The Mandalorian Season 2. So Twi'leks are special race, yeah. Oh, you like the devil-like species in Justice, the Devaronians. Yep. There was a Devaronian who showed up in the Cantina scene. That was the first appearance of a Devaronian. I think his name was like Libera or something like that. Gungans. Oh, Master Davis. Your favorite race is the Gungans. Wow, okay. You just have an appeal for them, and have an OC who is one. I'm not sure what you mean by that. An orphan of war of the Clone Wars. You think Gungans are elegant and don't get enough love or anything. Wow, okay. Never heard of that before, but yeah, interesting take. Of course, Gungans are more like, I guess you could say Gungans in general are more elegant than Jar Jar Binks, which obviously is an outlier for the Gungans. They booted him out of their civilization for a reason, so a lot of them look down on him. So yeah, and that's the thing of Gungans. Everyone bases their whole entire race just based on Jar Jar, so that sucks for them. Yeah. Yeah, Grievous is a Kalish, yeah. Which we haven't seen that much in Star Wars. Would be nice to see more of them. tough question. Yeah, but Fenrir has an admiration for many aliens: Celestins, Twi'leks, Wookiees, Dugs. Yeah, which especially Dugs got a lot of love in the Clone Wars, which was nice. Nice to see. That was great for the Clone Wars, which just showed us more of these aliens, both from the original and the prequel trilogy, which was definitely awesome. Yeah, you like Yoda's species. Is it because of Yoda or the child, Baby Yoda? In the cantina, there was one that looked like a rat. I think the one you're talking about, it was more of a bat. It was more of a bat race. I forgot what they're called. Let me see. Let's see if we can find it. It made like this little squeak and everything, asking for a drink. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a bat. Okay, so it was called it was like nicknamed the mouse bat guy. So yeah, it was both a bat and a mouse, which technically bats are, like, you know, flying mice. Oh yeah, how could I forget? They're called Chads, like a Chadra fan, but from the homeworld of Chad. Yeah, Chadra fan, the homeworld of Chad. There we go. These guys right here. So yeah, they're pretty much like bats, because, you know, look at their face and everything. Their ears, it looks like the nose, especially, it looks like a bat's nose. But yeah, ultimate Chads. Imagine like hailing from the planet Chad and looking like I mean, they are unique. Oh, there's also another alien race that's like really... Okay, let's talk about the goofy alien, like alien races in Star Wars. There are like some real goofy ones. Okay, let's see. Okay, like the Sniven. These guys. Come on. Can you think of like a more goofier looking alien in Star Wars than the Sniven species? Like, look at that smirk and everything. These guys get me every time I see them in something. I just can't take like Snivens for like Snivanes for for real. Like, just I can't take them seriously. Like, look at that. They also get like the goofy bowl cut too on them. It just, yeah, they're just like the goofiest Star Wars alien I can think of. These guys like always top of my head when you ask what's the funniest looking Star Wars alien. It's always gonna be a Snivane for me. What else? What other goofy looking Star Wars aliens? I think there's also I think they're called Nimbanel? Yeah, Nimbanel, yeah. These guys also are goofy looking. So, I'm not sure which is more goofy looking, Nimbinels or Snevanes, but yeah, they're just in the cantina. There's like both of them standing right next to each other. Okay, well, a Nimbinel Jedi looks a lot more cooler, but yeah, these guys are. I don't know. I just can't imagine a real alien species looking like one of these guys. Something straight from Star Wars. Oh, what's this? An original. Just loads up. Alright, so these are pretty much who's who from the cantina here. Just their names. So yeah, here's Cabe from the home world of Chad. Here's these two Nimbinels. Here's this one, Snevane. Zutton. Another one right here, Takil. Am I pronouncing it rightly? Snevayan. It's like Snevane. Snevayan. There's also this guy. I don't remember this guy. Wait, were you talking about? Hey, who was the one who was asking about the mouse? Is this it? Is this the one you're asking about? This is 100% like a mouse. Like a mouse person. It's Renat. Okay, definitely forgot about these dudes right here. Because, like, obviously this, I knew if you're talking about this, I knew about this. Treasure fan, because it's like a bat. Yeah, it's a bat, just without wings. But this, the Renat, I do not remember this. I gotta check this out. Did they show up in any other Star Wars media? Rodent. Okay. In Kanan too. Okay, that was weird. I read this comic and I don't remember seeing a Renat in there. Interesting. I don't know, that's just creepy. A mouse person like that. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, enough of that. Actually, there's like another one. Just gotta try to remember. What was it? What they're called? They were like these otters. These like space otters. That help the Rebel Alliance. Don't remember the name right now off the top of my head. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The space otters? Let me type it in then. Space otters. Okay, gave me something totally different than what I was looking at. Okay, just give me. Hold on, I gotta get my book out. I gotta get my book out because I gotta check out the name of these guys. Let me get my. Because it's in my Rebel Alliance book that I know they were also in Legends, but don't remember what they're called anymore. Just give me a minute. I'm just looking for my book right now. Okay, alright, I'm back. I just had to go find my book. I have most of my stuff packed up, so I wasn't sure if I still had it with me or it was in a storage unit. But, okay, so let me just look through it. Let me just find a page of where they're mentioned. Because, like, now it's just bothering me that I can't remember the name of these guys, which they're just hilarious. Like, that's something like these guys exist in Star Wars. Just gonna flip through these pages. Somewhere here. I'm looking through the Rebel files, by the way, if anyone wants to know. Great book. Great, like, canon lore book for the Rebel Alliance, if you're interested. One of my favorite canon books. Let's see. Okay. So the name is... What is this? Salt Bite? Aha! Oh, Tinan! Okay, alright. They're called Tinans. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? A Tinan? I swear they're also in Legends. Here's what I'm talking about. Tinan right here. Small image, but this is a Tinan right here. They're like these space otters. Yeah, they're in Legends. Yeah, 100%. Right here. Look at these guys. These are a Star Wars alien race, and they help the Rebel Alliance too, as like spies and stuff. So it's just these guys are hilarious. I remember seeing these guys like in Legends way back, but I was surprised that they made them canon. For some reason, I didn't think that they'd actually make these guys canon, but they did. Look at these, like, bargaining with, like, Imperials. Yeah, these guys are... I mean, they're not really goofy-looking aliens, but they're just, like, I don't know, just funny. The idea that there's, like, these sentient space otters. Which, like, you know, it made sense in, I guess it made sense in Legends, because, like, Legends, there's, like, a lot of weird things in Legends which doesn't make sense and whatever, but, you know, in canon, they actually made these guys a real thing, so, which is fine. It's a bit weird, but it's fine. And the agent, which worked... the Tinan agent that worked especially for the Rebel Alliance prior to A New Hope was called Agent Saltbite. So yeah. Yeah, Greedo. Yeah, Greedo does speak basic in the Clone Wars in one episode, but I was talking about, like, in the movies he only speaks in Rodain. And even then, he's the only, like, Rodain that speaks in his language, you know? All the other Rodains that we see, they all speak in Basic. You wouldn't let a Qualish touch you. Oh, really? Get my Wookiee companion to see them off, or carry a good old blaster just in case. Yeah, Qualish are also an icky-looking alien race. I mean, they look okay on the screen, but I don't think you'd want to be near one in real life. So yeah, I totally totally get what you mean. They The Leppy. The Leppy. Is that like a green, like, rabbit? Hold on. I'm not too familiar. I think it's the green rabbit, right? Yeah. Okay, it is the green rabbit. Okay. This right here. This is the Leppy. I think it was Jackson. Yeah, Jackson. Jackson was the original, like, Leppy. It was like this Star Wars spin-off comic that featured Jackson the rabbit, and he became canon. Yeah, imagine a like live-action Jackson. Oh boy, that would be like disturbing. That image looks disturbing. But yeah, there's like a lot of different. Here we go. Jackson fighting some stormtroopers. But yeah, there's like also I know there's like Jazz the Jackrabbit, which I think Jackson came before him. And there's also another green rabbit character, I think maybe in Marvel or something like that. But yeah, everyone just copying each other with the green rabbits, and Jackson is canon. Called the Leppies. Was Leppy also in Legends? Oh, okay. Apparently it was also Legends. Okay, interesting. That's a Leppy too? Okay, so they're not all green. Well, at least not in Legends. That looks like a Leppy with like like a deranged looking Leppy. I don't know. Like scary looking Leppy. Oh, Cyber, your favorite species is probably Nemoidians? Just curious why. Just curious why would they be that your favorite? Any reason? Okay, so I like that a lot of you are telling me your favorite alien species, but you also have to tell me why, because I want to know why. Like, I know Nemoidians got a lot of flack. I don't know about back in the day because I was a kid back in the day, but like now especially they get a lot of flack for being like racist aliens because they do like a stereotypical like Asian or like Japanese. I think it's Japanese more so than just like broad Asian, like a stereotypical Asian accent. They're like the Japanese aliens in Star Wars. But yeah, I'm just curious why you like Nemoidians. If you like them, that's great. But be nice to know what. Oh, here we go. So they're described as money grubbing and deceptive. So that's why you like them. Okay, all right, fair enough. Why the hardest question I asked? I don't know. Is like getting asked what's your favorite alien species really the hardest question? I thought that'd be pretty simple. I mean, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it's the Easter Bunny. Jackson, Star Wars Easter Bunny. If they ever do like a Star Wars Easter special, it should be like, you should have Jackson included in it. Dan, so you like the Chelidae. Okay, nice. So we got a Star Wars Resistance viewer right here. Cool. Which yeah, they only show up in Star Wars Resistance, and they're like a pretty cool species. They're like turtle people basically, which is interesting. You know, we've got shark people, we've got fish people, you know, squid people. Let's also have like lizard people. Let's also have turtle people in Star Wars too. So yeah. Film fans' favorite species is Zabraks because they are great fighters and Maul's amazing. Oh, so film fan, I'm guessing your favorite is Dathomirian Zabraks because you mentioned Maul. Because Dathomirian Zabraks and Devaronian Zabraks are a little different. Well, quite a bit different, both visually, like physically, and culture-wise as well. So, like the only similarities they have is that they both have horns on their head. But yeah, you can't really go wrong with liking Zabraks. Zabraks are pretty sweet. The scariest alien Cool Guy has seen so far are the ones, because they're the literal embodiments of the Force. Oh, wait, are they from the episode in the Clone Wars where Yoda learns to be one of the Force? Can they be considered aliens? I don't think they're considered aliens. No, they're not aliens. I mean, they're scary, yeah. Like, well, more scary, more mysterious than scary, but I don't think they would be considered aliens. No. Close, but I don't think that we'll accept that answer. Sorry, Cool Guy. Besides, I'm sure there are more scarier aliens than them. Favorite ones would be the Jawas. Pretty lame choice, I know, but they are the first Star Wars aliens if ever seen on screen. Their history is also quite interesting, and just love Tatooine. Not really a lame choice. There are a lot of people who love Jawas. You know, a lot of Jawa cosplayers. So, and Jawas are also pretty unique. I mean, there are also a lot of different, like, different TV shows. I think even like a Final Fantasy too also made a character based off of Jawas. So yeah, a lot of like different like brands, shows, whatever it is, has actually been inspired off of the Jawa design. So yeah, Jawas are like actually a pretty good choice there. So not lame at all. I mean, they're not in terms of like actual coolness factor. Then yeah, I'd say they're lame there because no one in the Star Wars galaxy likes Jawas. But in terms of like, you know, in real life and looking at Jawas from our perspective, then yeah, they look pretty cool and interesting. You know, they have their hoods, their faces are like all pitch black, mysterious, little beady, glowing yellow eyes or red in The Mandalorian. And apparently Jawas are supposed to be like, underneath their hoods, they're supposed to be like these like rat-like faces they're supposed to have. I think that's what I recall once reading about Jawas. We haven't really seen how Jawas look like underneath their hood in canon, but I can't imagine they would look like, you know, good. Would look creepy and icky. I think there's a reason why they hide their faces, so yeah. Zepho from Fallen Order are also fascinating. Oh yeah, big time. They form such an educational part of the game's story. Yeah, and thankfully we do get to see at least one Zepho, like, other than a statue. Was it a hologram or a vision of a Zepho? I don't remember. It's been a while. I think it was a vision, maybe. But yeah, they look pretty sweet. And they're also a new, like, species introduced to the Star Wars galaxy. You know, Zepho didn't exist in Legends, so they're brand new, made during the Disney era, which is good because Disney has introduced some new like aliens to Star Wars in the sequel trilogy, and you know, some look like they fit, like the Abenitos. They look like they fit right in, but there's also some other ones which are just, especially in like the Rise of Skywalker, in like the bar scene there were a couple there that just I don't know if they fit in the Star Wars world, but yeah, Zepho are a good choice. Good design. Maul is being smothered. Let him breathe a bit. What are you talking about, Maul? Cellcath. Oh yeah. I remember those guys from KOTOR. Mainly because the level. I remember getting stuck once on that level in when you're underwater, and you had to do something. I don't remember what it was. I played KOTOR so long ago. I think it was back. I played it on the Xbox, the original Xbox, and yeah, I just remember getting stuck on that level for whatever reason for a long time. More longer than I care to admit. I think I actually quit playing KOTOR because of that. I think I did, yeah. I think I quit playing KOTOR. I didn't finish it. My brother finished KOTOR, but I seen the ending of KOTOR when I was watching my brother play, but I didn't finish KOTOR because of that level. I think I gotta replay it one day. Actually beat that level. Are the Cellcath canon though? Let me check if they're canon. Yeah, they're canon. Yeah, they're in Clone Wars, yeah. I totally forgot they were in Clone Wars. Because when I think about Cellcath, the first thing I think about is KOTOR because of that level. But, yeah. For some reason, I don't remember the Cellcath that much in Clone Wars. Which episodes did they show up? Okay, they mostly showed up in flashbacks. And they were mostly, like, just real quick glimpses of them here and there. So that's maybe why I don't really recall the Cellcath that much in Clone Wars. Yeah. Oh, Panterans. Yeah, they're pretty much like the bootleg Chiss, I'd say, right? You know, they're also like, they look almost exactly like the Chiss, but they don't have the red eyes, you know, the red glowy eyes. Well, not really glowy, but yeah, the red pupils and all that. And we know way more about the Pantorans than we know about the Chiss in canon. Would be interesting. I wonder if maybe the Pantorans are like a group of Chiss that left like way back in the maybe before the older Republic. The Pantoran, like the Chiss, they were just a group of Chiss that left the unknown regions and traveled to the moon of Pantora, and they evolved and became what we see like Pantorans to be today. They just lost their red eyes because, again, they look identical to Chiss with the exception of the eyes. So yeah, would be interesting if that were maybe to be revealed to be the case one day. Yeah, scariest is Yuuzhan Vong for sure. But what about, like, that's too easy of an answer. What about, like, scariest in canon? Because remember, Yuuzhan Vong aren't canon. So yeah. So the Twi'leks are your favorite because of their interesting culture. Are you sure? Isn't there a little bit more something else that you may like them for other than their interesting culture? I know there's people. I know, like, that's the common. They're like the common favorite alien species for a lot of, especially casual Star Wars fans. But they enjoy Twi'leks more for other reasons than their interesting culture. Oh, the Pantorans have yellow markings on their face too? Oh, they... Huh, let me look up a Pantoran. I don't remember. Like, they only showed up in... like, the first... not that much episodes. Oh, damn, okay. They actually showed up in a lot of Clone Wars episodes. For some reason, when I think about the Pantorans, I just think about the first episode when Obi-Wan and Anakin are on Pantora, and we get to see, like, the clone snowtroopers and all that. That's, like, the most memorable like, appearance of the Pantorans for me. Let's see. Yellow markings. I mean, I don't know. As you can see, I don't really see yellow markings. I mean, this guy has some... I don't know if this is, like, some tattoos on his face, but they're, like, white. They're, like, white tattoos. And the girl here, she doesn't have anything. Like, she just tossed some red eyes on her, and she's basically a Chiss, you know? So... But that's the thing with Pantorans. They get mistaken, sorry. They get mistaken a lot for, Chiss. Scariest in canon, the Sarlacc. Yeah, is Sarlacc an alien, or is it, like, just a creature, on Tatooine? Well, actually... It could, yeah. Okay, can we differentiate the difference between a creature and an alien? Wouldn't creatures also be aliens? Yeah? So I guess a Sarlacc can be considered an alien, yeah. Yeah, Pantorans are definitely a ripoff of Chiss. Morgan, am I the only person who really likes Tauntauns? I think they're just the nicest species in Star Wars. Well, they're the nicest and also one of the smelliest, right? The Tauntauns are known for their unique smell, which isn't very pleasant. But yeah, Tauntauns are they're like a docile, passive species, for sure. I think in Legends, there was also a subspecies of Tauntauns that lived on more, like, tropical environments, except they were all, like, all brown. I'm not sure if they're canon. I don't believe they are. But I know they exist in Legends. Ben Quadraneros! What species is Ben Quadraneros? Oh, he's Tung. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How did I not think of the Toongs when we're talking about goofy looking aliens? Like, they're exactly right up the alley of goofy aliens. Unfortunately, we only know about Ben. They also apparently show up in Droid Tales Lego. Okay, so there's a couple of Toongs that showed up other than. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I remember her from the Zillo Beast episode. Yeah, yeah. Wait, no, that's not. Oh, Pike Syndicate. What am I thinking about? This is from season 7. Yeah. This is a worker on Obadiah. Yeah, I totally mixed up. Who was that? Was it an alien or was it a robot, a droid? That appeared during the Zillo Beast episode. That was pretty much like a worker trying to do research on the Zillo Beast when it was captured. I don't remember. I haven't watched. Unlike a lot of people, I haven't watched the Clone Wars. I didn't do a rewatch of the Clone Wars before season 7, so like my memory is pretty hazy. Clearly, it's when I thought this Toong was that droid or whatever from the Zillo Beast episode. Yikes. Yeah, exactly. And I thought they smelt bad on the outside. Claudites. Okay, so I don't know what those are. Maybe if I see. Oh yeah, Claudites. Not a very pleasant looking alien. So pretty much the Claudite is they're the shapeshifters. Yeah, that's pretty much their special ability. Zam Wessel was a Claudite. You bet guys secretly crush on Polowix? Alright, I gotta see what that is. Oh. Yeah. I'm sure guys secretly crush on this. It's nice noodles. Crystal likes Zabrak and Trandoshans. Yep. Great choices. But why, Crystal? Why do you like Zabraks and Trandoshans specifically? Is it because you like Darth Maul and he's a Zabrak, and you like Bosk and he's a Trandoshan? Well, to be fair, Morgan, Maddie wasn't saying that guys like Polowix, that they secretly crush on Polowix. Which, I can't speak for other dudes, but that's definitely not the case for me.
Come to your senses!
Umbarans are interesting with technology, weapons, and it was dark on their planet. Yeah, and we see a lot of Umbarans in the Clone Wars, like on the Separatist side, because a lot of them were Seppies. And yeah, I mean, their bluish skin and everything like that. They're not quite like Panterans or Chiss. They're pretty much like their bald cousin, like the bald cousins of the Panterans. Zabraks look cool, and Maul and Savage Opress were Zabraks, yeah. And then Trandoshians are cool lizards and are awesome hunters, as shown of Bosk. Yeah. But Crystal, do you also like Saurans? Since we were just talking about Saurans just a while ago, they're basically like the bootleg version of Trandoshians. I'd imagine somebody who likes Trandoshians also would have a soft spot for Saurans, right? Am I right in thinking that? I hope so. Creshman Jonathan likes Rodanes. Yeah, original trilogy classic right there. You can't really go wrong with like naming an original trilogy alien. New Kosian. I don't. Or the Laquar? Are those real? I don't think they are. Oh, Neo Kosian's real. Oh, a sequel trilogy alien. Okay. Nice. They were a genetically engineered offshoot of the Kosian species. Okay. Oh, right. I did not know that. Well, shows that I need to study these sequel trilogy aliens a bit more. Did not know that. I do remember like the Neo Kosian showing up a lot in the Force Awakens marketing stuff, but for some reason I never took like an interest in actually, you know, looking them up. Babaggio, okay, that's his name is on Force Awakens. Babaggio. He was known as the storyteller and the crittermonger. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Alec Martinez. Question is, canon or not? My thoughts on the Vong. Oh, that's easy. So anytime anyone asks, I always say the same thing. I'm a big fan of the Vong. I know, like, Legends fans, there's like a lot that don't like the Yuuzhan Vong, but for me, that was one of the coolest parts of the Legends continuation of Star Wars back in the day. They were just so different, and actually posed a threat that no one else had posed at that time. They're immune against the Force. Their ships and everything they had was organic. It was just something so out there. Never imagined we'd see something like that. So that was really cool. And I know that one of the Clone Wars episodes that was cut was going to show a Vong scout ship that had just entered the galaxy. And unfortunately, that episode got cut, and they never repurposed it in a novel or remade it for this season 7. So we don't have the Vong being in canon, which sucks because I love the Vong in Legends. I love to see them in canon. But yeah, I'm a fan of them. And instead of the Vong in canon, we have the Grisk. And we just haven't seen enough of the Grisk to really determine if they're a really good replacement on the same level of quality like the Vong were. So yeah, we gotta give Lucasfilm more time to show us more of the Grisk before having like a proper evaluation on them. And because we got the Grisk, we're not gonna get the Vong anymore in canon, which sucks. But hey, all those people from Legends which hated the Vong are probably glad for it. So I probably pissed off some people by saying that I like the Vong, but whatever. I don't care. Abonito look like cows. Yeah. Well, do they? Maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Like the face structure. Yeah, you're right. I never thought about that. Abonitos looking like cows. Dang, now each time I'm gonna look at an Abonito, I'm gonna think about a cow. Great. Thanks for that, Emperor Holocron. I mean, Morgan Silk. Just looking at Emperor Holocron's message here. If you were a Star Wars... If they were a Star Wars species other than human, they'd be a Dathomirian Zabrak. And you mean because of the tattoos. Yeah, big difference there between the Iridonian and Dathomirian. Dathomirian is more cooler looking than the Iridonians. And if not that, then it would be Nautolan, because Kit Fisto is sick. Oh man, yeah. I remember back when watching the prequels for the first time, I really liked Kit Fisto. He was my favorite Jedi. Even though, like, he didn't say anything or or do really much, but because of how he looked like, I like green, so he was like, other than Yoda, he was like the only real, like, vibrant green looking Jedi. So yeah, I was a big fan of Kit Fisto back in the day. Still like him, but not as much as back when I was a kid. But yeah, the Nautolans are awesome. Ugnaughts look like pigs. Well, yeah, they're based off of pigs. They even squeak. Like they go oink oink. Especially that Ugnaught, Hondo's like partner in crime, in Rebels. What's his name? I don't remember his name, but yeah, he oinks a lot. The White Worms in Solo. They were the gang, right? They were the gang. Han was a part of the White Worm gang. Unless Lady Proxima was, I guess, a White Worm, right? Let me see. So yeah, the White Worms were organization, as I said, but what exactly was Lady Proxima? Was she nope, she was not a White Worm. She was Grindelid. Yeah, If anyone wants to remember what how beautiful Lady Proxima looked like, there you go. That has to be. That has. The Grindelit's gotta be the most ickiest Star Wars alien. Now that I think about it, now that I'm seeing like Proxima without all the shadows, the darkness, and everything, like her like long, like white hair. It looks like silky white hair. All the jewelry around her, like even has jewelry on her little like arms. It is. It looks like something it looks like a bug you just want to squish. I'm sorry, but it's just what it looks like. Burn it with fire. Coruscant conduit worms. They're more disturbing. Okay, I gotta look this up. Let's see. So wait, they're more disturbing than the Grindelids, right? Let me see. What is this? I thought these were pipes at first. There's pretty much like a parasite worm. I'd say Grindelid's worse. I'd say Grindelid's worse than these guys. These guys are strange looking, but yeah. Alright, so they're based off of Liber Giscon. Yeah, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. Grindelid's worse, man. Grindelid's way worse. I can't say that, Alec. I can't say that. Unless you want to say that, you know, whatever floats your boat, man. But no, I can't. It's Proxima looks like a bug you just want to squish. That's all I can say regarding her. Mechanic in the Rise. Babu Frick, right? Well, no, but Babu Frick has arms, though, so which one are you talking about? Oh, the Ardenians, yeah, like, we do see one Ardenian in Episode 6 of The Mandalorian aboard the New Republic prison ship, which was pretty cool to see. Ardenians are a pretty fun Star Wars race. Mainly due to, like, you know, Favreau making them seem cool in Solo, but yeah, I don't think that's the one Maddie's talking about, the mechanic of no arms, because Ardenians have arms more than normal. There's a leak that says Mace Windu on Twitter that Mace Windu is getting his own show. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, I don't know if it's a leak, more so like a rumor. And if that were the case, it had to be animated. There's no way they would make it live action. I'm sure. Or actually, no. Actually, they could make it live action, yeah. If Mace Windu survived somehow, like, you know, getting tossed off of the building in Episode 3, and also electrocuted by Palpatine, like also without an arm as well. well, a hand. He still has the rest of his arm, and pretty much just show how he tries to survive through, you know, the time period, 20 years between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. But even then, I don't know. I'd watch it. If that was a show, I'd watch it, but I don't know if that's something that is actually going to be for real. From a reliable source, from the guy who predicted the Tross script. Oh. Okay, well, I have to look it up. Like, maybe there's some truth to it, but I've never heard about anything like that. Yeah, I have to look it up after the stream. The slug thing, fixing the Falcon and Rise of Skywalker. No, that's the one. Yes, that's the one. Oh, what's his name? Klaus. Yes, there we go. Klaus. That's not the Claude. Yes, Claude. Claude. Yeah. That's not the name of the species, but that's the name of the mechanic. Yeah. For some reason, when you were talking about a mechanic with no arms, I was thinking about in Babu Frick's The Workshop. You know. At first, I thought you were talking about Babu Frick, but he has arms. So I'm like, wait, was there another mechanic there that in the background or something that didn't have arms? But yeah, Claude on the Falcon. Yeah. Yeah, Claude got so much hate. I remember, but I don't know. There's just something about Claude that he's just like the type of slug that you just want to hug. I don't know. Like, you know, like Jabba is a slug too, but you don't want to be anywhere near Jabba. But Claude, on the other hand, then yeah, you just want to give him a big old hug. Like, Claude's awesome. I don't care what anyone says. Claude's awesome. Oh, there's also a Claude Fortnite gamer too. This is the same franchise where Darth Maul survives getting cut in half and Palpatine electrocutes himself, gets through. Yeah, you're right. You got me there. If they found a way to bring Darth Maul back, then they can definitely find a way to bring Mace back. But at the same time, there's been so many events happening that have happened in Star Wars, like through the time period of from Episode 3 to Episode 4, Rebels, Rogue One. You know, especially Rebels. If Mace survived, you'd think that we would have heard about it by now. That's the thing. Because with Darth Maul, they brought Darth Maul back, you know. Clone Wars was still ongoing. They were still developing Clone Wars. It was like it'd be different if like they made Clone Wars and then they went back and then decided to bring Darth Maul back, you know? But yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible. Definitely not impossible, but it's maybe a little too late for that. But hey, if they want to do it, they can do it. Like I said, I'll watch it. I don't care. I'll watch it. So, Rise of Skywalker is garbage. That's your opinion, Maddie. That's your opinion. Rise of Skywalker is my favorite movie of the sequel trilogy. So, obviously, I don't share the same opinion as you. I respect your opinion, but I don't share it. So, yeah, I mean, just like there are people whose favorite sequel trilogy movie is The Last Jedi or Force Awakens, you know? Personally, I can't stand Force Awakens, but to each their own. Yeah, so Wowo doesn't like the idea of always reviving people. It makes the death of characters less impactful. Darth Maul is the only valid case, in my opinion. Yeah, like I said, it'd be weird if they brought Mace Windu back. Like, I know a lot of people want Mace Windu back. Samuel L. Jackson also wants him back. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not totally against it. But I'm not all for it. I'm indifferent. Well, yeah, Maddie, like, out of all the movies, like, Empire Strikes Back by the vast majority is considered to be the best. So, yeah, I don't see how anyone can really argue with that. But, Empire, I think, for me, ranks third best. But most people will have it, of course, as number one for them. Just like there's also people that will have The Last Jedi as their number one, or Revenge of the Sith. So, yeah. I don't think we know. I think, or I don't remember. I think I remember hearing that it was potentially confiscated. Like, somebody found it. Like, someone found it and, like, confiscated it. And Palpatine got it. I honestly don't remember. I don't want to say something. Because I barely remember. Ah, I see. Pop culture Caleb. I see you're a man of culture. The Phantom Menace is your favorite. Oh, yeah, totally. Phantom Menace is... It gets a lot of flack, but I really enjoy watching it. Like, even today, it doesn't rely too much on, you know, the CGI effects. A lot more practical, but it also has like a totally different tone than Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. It's like a really unique Star Wars movie when you think about it, compared to like the sequel trilogy, the rest of the original trilogy. It's just it's different, and I like it for that. Okay, yeah, so we're getting really off topic here. We're talking about aliens, and now we're talking about what movie's better. So I think that deserves its own stream, where we're just gonna talk about our favorite movies, because I want to make this one mostly about aliens. So, but since we're drifting off topic and all of that, I think that's a great time right now to actually end the stream, because I was only expecting the stream for like last time, like 50 minutes. Now it's like we're almost getting to the 2-hour mark. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. But yeah, it was great talking about Star Wars Aliens. No surprise that for a majority of the people in the chat, Twi'leks is their favorite species. And before, I was thinking that which was like I don't remember which species I was saying before, which was like the Ranat. I thought they were the most creepiest and like the most ickiest looking alien race in Star Wars, but then it turned out to be the Grinelids, Lady Proxima species. So, which now I can't get that image out of my head. Oh man, that is just disturbing. I'm so glad Solo decided to portray Lady Proxima in the shadows like it did for most of her appearance in the movie, because Grinelids are not great to look at or even visualize. You definitely don't want to visualize. Especially that was like a naked, like Lady Proxima is naked too. Basically, like, imagine taking a naked old lady and fusing her with like a centipede, a worm, and a cockroach all together. You know, that's not a great outcome by any means. So, okay, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll try to do this again next Sunday. Just relaxing, just Star Wars chat, talk about Star Wars, different things in Star Wars, and yeah, that'll do it for me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.